पाकिस्तान ले बीच चल रहे तनाव के बीच बांग्लादेश के तरफ से भी उकसाने वाले बयानों को देखते हुए मेघालय सरकार ने आज बॉर्डर पर चल रहे तारबंदी के कार्य को लेकर बीएसएफ और एनबीसीसी के साथ एक समीक्षा बैठक बुलाई। बैठक के बाद पत्रकारों से बात करते हुए मेघालय के उप मुख्यमंत्री प्रिस्टोन तीनसोंग ने बताया कि मेघालय से लगाने वाले भारत बांग्लादेश सीमा पर अभी भी कुछ जगहों पर तारबंदी नहीं हो पाई है, क्योंकि वहां के सीमांतर गांवों के साथ लैंड एक्विजिशन के कुछ मुद्दे हैं और बहुत जल्द उन्हें सुलझा लिया जाएगा, जिसके बाद तारबंदी का कार्य पूरा हो जाएगा।
Revenue Department, we are meeting with the Deputy Commissioners of these border areas, be it East Changi Hills, West Changi Hills, East Khasi Hills, even from Kari Hills. So we discuss about the pending issues of fencing, the border fencing, and today I discussed quite a number of issues which is ultimately reached to the conclusion that the Deputy Commissioners concerned will walk out, will sit down again. Stakeholders, like in West Changi Hills, we have about a stretch of 30 or 35 kilometers stretch where ultimately we do have these challenges with the land issue. So now I've instructed all the the deputy commissioners, be it East Changi Hills, be it West Changi Hills, and also the other district, to again revisit and to consider this issue as a topmost priority, because you know well the situation in the in the country as a whole, and especially for us, the northeastern state, which is bordering to Bangladesh, is not that conducive. So we really wanted to make sure that the fencing, the boundary fencing, needs to be completed at the earliest possible. So these are the issues.
There are certain objection earlier we have heard that people here want fencing from the zero line. There are certain objections.
Yes. For that also we discussed, and few villages they are against it. And see, number one, because see, this is the international norm, international agreement made between country to another countries, that the international boundary should be 150 yards each side. So when you want to have a fencing, like for India, we want to have a fencing, so therefore we should not cross that 150 yards. It should be within that 150. You cannot go beyond that, because this is the international norm. However, as I said to you, few stretches were there where ultimately if the fencing has to go from the village itself, then the village will be treated ultimately outside the fencing. So in this context, what we have done is we have written a letter to the MHA to consider those points or those particular location where we have to make sure that the village or the habitation it should be within the fencing of the border fencing or the boundary fencing. And we have written this letter to the MHA, and the MHA also has considered a bit about this. And more challenges are there. 2-3 places also are there where we still awaiting the approval of the Ministry of Home Affairs.
How soon are
the situation is under control, and all along the international border between Bangladesh and India, all different agencies are on the grassroots, and then the activities, whatever required to be done from the part of the state government as well as from the central government agencies, they are on the ground, and we are ready to make sure that the safety, security of our people is intact.
There are reports that in some of the areas Bangladeshi can enter easily. Is it true?
Well, that one, see, that's what I'm telling you, why I have a meeting today for reviewing the status of the boundary fencing. One of the factor is because of that. We really wanted to complete those portion where the fencing is still lying incomplete. We would like to complete it at least possible because by having the fencing, you know well that the BSF personnel and the agencies of be it the state government or citizen government can easily monitor as far as the infiltration of those people from outside the country is concerned.
So is the government also identified?
Have already instructed to every concerned stakeholders. We have already told them that no person should illegally bring in the Bangladeshis to India unless they have all the proper documents. So that is the standing order, and we continue to do that, and we make sure that it should not happen in the future too. Okay. Right now in the West Jaggils, it's about 34 kilometers left. And Khasi is about maybe 7 or 8 kilometers. Okay? Yeah. Province is almost completed. Maybe only few stretches which is there, but of course the discussion today is more in the West Jaggils, East Jaggils, and also Khasi.
So last year I just wanted to comment, we've seen